Hi, welcome to Alamance County Public Library's Notebook Paper Origami program. My name is Miss Tampa from the Mebane Public Library, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this really cool diamond balloon that you can turn into a really neat hanging ornament. I'll also tell you at the end of the program how you can request your very own origami packet, and it will be full of really special origami paper that you can use to make this project extra special. Or you can even revisit some of the past programs I've taught and make those projects nice and colorful as well. For this project, you will need to find a piece of notebook paper that hasn't been used in a while, and make sure you're washing your hands before you get started because we're going to be blowing this up with our mouths. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to fold this upside down so you'll be able to follow along. So this will be your top and this will be your bottom. We're going to start by turning this rectangular piece of paper into a square. We'll do that by taking this corner and this edge and folding it over to meet this edge. And once you have folded that corner in half and lined up those two edges, you can press down that fold and sharpen your crease. Now let's turn it over, and this little flap of paper we're going to fold up, line this edge toward this edge, and use this bottom edge as a guideline to create our fold. If this is not exactly perfect, for this particular design, it's fine. It's pretty forgiving of slightly wonky squares. Once you've folded that, open everything up. Take that one fold you just made, that little rectangle you just made, fold it back and forth to weaken that fold. And once you've done that enough, you'll be able to tear that apart pretty easily. For the sake of time, however, I'm going to cut this along that fold. I'm actually not sure how much time I saved there, but anyway. So now we have a square. Now let's take this edge and fold it down to meet this edge, essentially folding our paper in half. Once you have those corners lined up and those edges lined up, you can flatten down that fold and make that crease sharp. Now let's open it up and we'll do the same thing here. So take this edge over to meet this edge. Line up your corners and your edges and flatten out your fold to make your crease sharp. Let's open that up. So let's turn it this way now. We're going to make a diagonal fold by folding this corner down to meet this corner, creating a triangle. Once you've lined up those edges and those corners, you can flatten down your fold, sharpen your crease, and we're going to open it up. Let's turn it this way, and you'll notice that we actually already have a fold here from when we made our paper into a square, but we're going to fold that again just to make sure our crease is nice and sharp, and to give folks who might be using paper that's already square the full instructions. Okay, so now we have all these cross sections. Let's fold this back down because we're going to use that to create our next fold. Actually, you're going to need to reinforce this middle line. You might see that there. Let's fold this corner over to meet this corner. I'm going to open this back up, but doing this fold will make the next folds a lot easier. So let's lift this flap up, and you'll notice there's a pocket here. Put your one finger at the bottom of that pocket, and then take another finger and press down on that top fold. And once you've done that, you've created a square. So now that you've done that, let's turn it over. So what you should be looking at is something like that now. Flip that paper up. It looks like a triangle. And we're going to do the same thing. Put your finger at the bottom, find that pocket, put your finger at the bottom of that. Hopefully you saw what I just did. Let me make sure. Yep, I think you did. Put your finger at the bottom there, and then press down that top fold. And now you have a square. Okay. Let's sharpen out all of our creases. You'll see that mine's a little wonky here, but in the end it won't matter very much because, again, this design is very forgiving of a bit of wonkiness. So next we're going to do some folds that are kind of like airplane folds. We're going to take this edge and bring it into that center line that you have there by folding this over. So it should meet, this edge should meet the center line from top to bottom. Once you've got that, sharpen down your crease. Just make sure you get all of that edge as close to that center guideline as possible. Once you've done that, you can do the same thing on the other side. Take this edge, bring it into the center to meet the other, or the center guideline. Try not to go over the center guideline, but just meet it. If there's a little gap, that's okay, but try not to make the gap too big. The tighter those gaps, the better your project will come out. Okay, so now let's turn that over. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Take this edge and fold it into that center guideline here so that it meets that guideline from top to bottom. Sharpen down your creases. Do the same thing on this side. Take this edge into the center guideline so it meets it from top to bottom. That's a little wonky. Let's straighten that out. Okay. Now let's flatten down that crease. Okay. So now we have all of these little flaps. We're going to get rid of those. So take this triangular flap and fold it down using this edge, or this bottom section of these two triangles as a guideline. Fold it right over that. Make your little triangle. Sharpen down that crease. And we're going to use that crease to help us fold this the other way. So first, I need you to find that little pocket that's right under the fold you just made. Once you find that pocket, flip up that triangle and fold it in. Oops, fold it in like that. Hopefully you saw that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side so you'll have another chance to see. Let's turn it over. Let's take this triangle, use this line here, as a guideline to fold it up. Make that crease really sharp. That will help you tuck this piece into that pocket. Pick up your paper, find that little pocket here. Now flip your triangle over. Oop. Try that again. Flip your triangle over and tuck it into that pocket. Okay, so now you have these two little flippy pieces. We're going to tuck those away too. Use these guidelines to fold each of these triangles over. Make your creases really sharp. The sharp creases will help this whole project stay together in the end. Flip the triangles up. Now open that pocket again and just fold the triangles inside. Okay, so now everything's tucked away. We are nearly finished. So now let's take this corner and fold it over so that this edge meets the middle, like that. Or fold it up. I keep forgetting I'm doing this upside down, so sometimes I'm telling you to fold something over when it's actually up. Sorry about that. So let's take this corner and fold it up also to meet that center guideline. Now you've got something that looks like an upside down kite. Let's unfold that whole thing and turn it over. And we'll basically do the same folds again, just on the other side. Take that corner and fold it this way, up to that guideline, and then do the same to this one. Fold it up to that guideline, press it down, make those creases as sharp as you can. At this point, the paper is really thick, so it's going to be hard to press it down. But these are just folds that will make your paper more flexible for the next fold, so don't worry too much about that. Now let's turn this over. Or not over, turn it upside down. And we're going to lift one side of this and find a pocket. So again, we're going to put our finger here and then press our other finger against that top fold, press it down. And now you've got like another little kite shape. Let's turn it over. Flip this little thing up. Again, put your finger right there at the bottom and use your top finger to press that top fold down and squash it into another kite shape. So, oh wait, one more thing. Now you have these, they look like little pages. So take one page and fold it over, press it down, and let's turn the whole thing over and find, now you have 3 on this side. Take one of them and fold it over. Now you just have 2 on both sides. You're basically done with all your folding now. This is, this could be your end project actually. You have a really cool shape that you could punch a hole here at the very top and string a piece of string or a hook through it, and it would make a cute little ornament that you could dangle in your window or on a mobile or on a tree. But there's something really cool you can do with this. You probably already know because of the title or because of my intro. Right there, if you turn this over to the wider side, which is the bottom, you'll notice that there is a hole. So when you blow into that hole, this shape becomes this shape. And again, you can turn this into an ornament by poking a hole between these two little gaps on either side, and then stringing a hook or a piece of thread through it, and it makes a nice little dangly ornament that you can hang somewhere nice. So I'm sure you want to know how to blow this up, so I'll demonstrate it to you now. Okay, now that you've folded your project, it's time to inflate it. So this is what will be facing you. Your project, bottom side toward you, where the hole is, and your project should be spread out into an X shape. Just put your mouth right over that hole and blow. Adjust a little bit, and there you go. You have a really cool diamond shape. And if you want to make this extra special, you can request an origami packet from the library by emailing me at treese@alamancelibraries.org. I'll put that email right there. And you can let us know which Alamance County Public Library branch you'd like your packet to be sent to. And if we have any left, because we do have just a limited number, I will email you and let you know when I've sent it off, and you'll get a call when it arrives there, and you can pick it up and make some really extra special diamonds. Or you can even revisit some of my older projects that I've taught over, well, I guess since April. It's been that long, hasn't it? Well, I also have an origami lib guide. If you go to our website and look for our lib guides, there's an origami lib guide there, and you'll find some extra tips and maybe some other origami projects that you can have fun with that packet. So I hope you have a great holiday season and that you're all well and staying safe. Bye-bye.